This video presents a wave of technological innovations that seem straight out of a movie. Just imagine a super accessible humanoid robot, a manned flying saucer from China, a meta wristband that reads brain signals, a lightweight exoskeleton, and an Uruguayan pill for obesity that promises a lot. And the list doesn't stop there. We also have a supercomputer for AI in the US nuclear sector, and even a bicycle with a 200-year-old engine. It's an interesting mix, isn't it? Our goal here is to break down the most exciting news, understand the impact of all this. Let's start with robotics and drones, especially in China. Unitree Robotics has a humanoid robot, the R1, that performs impressive acrobatics like headstands and gets up on its own if it falls. But what's really striking is the price, around $900. This is a very low price for a functional robot. And although it's aimed at developers and research, it could dramatically accelerate robotics. Think of the pressure this puts on competitors like the Tesla Optimus, which costs tens or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. Unitree is planning an IPO, and the R1 has everything it takes to become the most popular robot in the world, being both accessible and functional. It could open up a range of possibilities for small businesses and even for home use. Still in China, the UAV Shenzhen Expo 2025 showcased an incredible variety of innovations. There was a manned flying saucer from Shenzhen Woofer Technology, which flies for 15 minutes and can land on water or land, and a giant drone from Unite Aircraft, the T-1200, capable of carrying half a ton. Half a ton is a lot. The infrastructure has also evolved, with the J700 hangar that stores, charges, and launches VTOL drones, those with vertical takeoff and landing, in a fully automatic way. The fascinating thing is the speed of evolution. Drones have gone from being just gadgets to becoming serious tools for logistics and surveillance, and China is at the forefront, leading not only in the development of the devices, but in the entire ecosystem that allows them to function on a large scale. The idea of machines that adapt, like the R1 or the drones, also appears in the human-machine interface. Meta presented a wristband called the SMMIRDG, which uses neurotechnology. It captures the signals the brain sends to the hand, even without you moving a finger, and turns them into digital commands. With it, you can literally type in the air at 20 words per minute. The coolest part is that it uses AI to work for anyone without the need for individual calibration. This technology represents a major change in how we interact with computers. Instead of us having to learn the machine's language, it's starting to understand our intention. Think of the accessibility this brings for people with motor limitations or for factory workers with their hands full. In addition, we have the Z1 exoskeleton from the Hong Kong startup Genes. Extremely light, at just 680 grams per leg, it reduces knee pressure by 200% and increases strength by 50%. It also uses AI to learn each person's walking style. It's the same principle of augmenting our capabilities. Speaking of AI processing data, in the United States, the Frontier supercomputer is training an AI called FIRM. The goal is to read millions of pages of technical and regulatory documents in the nuclear field to speed up the licensing of new power plants. This process is huge, taking years and costing billions. If the AI can cut that time, it will accelerate clean energy production and transform the economy of major infrastructure projects. We see a pattern here. AI processing information very quickly, whether in neurotechnology or regulation. The final judgment is still human for now, but the speed changes everything radically. While AI handles external complexity, biotechnology looks inward. In Uruguay, they developed the Sanapill for weight loss. The idea is to burn fat by activating thermogenesis with creatine, turning the fat we store into a type of tissue that expends energy, like a furnace, even when we're at rest. The first human trials showed weight loss without changing diet, and in rats, it even increased lean muscle mass. It seems too good to be true, right? The potential to combat obesity is huge, but it's still very early. The way it works, by messing with cell proteins to change metabolism, requires long-term, very rigorous safety tests. We don't yet know what the side effects are. This raises important questions. To end with something very different, a British YouTuber took a Stirling engine from 1816 and adapted it to a bicycle. This engine runs solely on the difference in heat between hot and cold air, without burning anything, without a battery, and without emissions. He got the bike to work, reaching 24 kilometers per hour with a small flame heating part of the engine. This shows us that innovation doesn't just come from cutting-edge technology. Sometimes rediscovering and creatively applying old principles like the thermodynamics of the Stirling engine can lead to unexpected and even sustainable solutions. In summary, we have an accessible robot changing work and care, a brain-machine interface, an exoskeleton that increases strength, AI boosting science and bureaucracy, a biomedical promise, and even 200-year-old technology making a comeback. What remains, perhaps, is how these technologies are blurring the lines between human and machine, physical and digital, past and future. The integration of all this could change not only industry, but our daily lives, what we consider normal and what we are capable of doing. It leaves us with a question: how will all this convergence redefine what it means to be human, or what it means to be capable in this future that's knocking on our door?